One of the most shocking breaking news this last week was Phil Spencer retiring from Xbox, Sarah Bond not being his successor, quitting Xbox as well, and being replaced by Microsoft AI executive Asha Sharma, who was named the new Xbox boss, essentially taking Phil Spencer's place. And since then, we've seen people look into who Asha Sharma is. We've seen Asha Sharma provide some statements and responses, and here's the latest on that front. Now, in this blog post right here, Asha Sharma highlights how she's all about these three commitments. First, great games. Second, the return of Xbox. And third, future of play. And then beyond that, she's emphasized both in her statement as well as in interviews like this one with Variety that she will not be pursuing AI slop. No tolerance for bad AI, though what bad AI means for the likes of Asha Sharma and Satya Nadella, that's where the real question lies, especially given that Satya Nadella is okay with shoving Copilot into Windows across the board, despite the fact that people consider that to be bad AI. And all the while, she acknowledges she has a lot to learn, that she wants to emphasize deep emotional resonance, a distinct point of view when it comes to the kinds of games that should be made, that those who play those games should feel something, and emphasizes that at the end of the day, great stories are created by humans, though without ruling out the possibility of using certain AI tools to help fuel game development. Now, alongside her statements on social media, if you go to Asha Sharma's official Twitter page, you'll find that she's been responding to a lot of folks who've been communicating with her. So there seems to be some semblance of back and forth, though people question whether there's a genuine attempt to listen to the community or if it's just more lip service, if it is all just about trying to foster a positive image instead of genuine engagement and genuine listening to feedback. Only time will tell. Now, one of the things that's brought up about Asha Sharma is her lack of gaming background or background in running gaming businesses. And in response to that, Asha Sharma has tried to present this image of that she is playing games, and so she recently publicly shared her gamer tag. But that actually ended up doing more damage than good, because what people noticed is that she has a 10,860 gamer score and seemingly only started playing on Xbox or this gamer tag 1 month ago. And in the span of that 1 month since this gamer tag was created, Asha Sharma is shown to have played 29 games in the span of that 1 month. So yeah, Asha Sharma's gamer tag is an account that is relatively new and that has played far too many games and has a lot more gamer score than one could realistically have within that time frame. So that caused some suspicion. The way people saw it is that while it's nothing damning per se, it does give the impression of being a somewhat artificial attempt to gain street cred in the community. The hours and achievements in such a short time feel a bit off. Another individual framed the optics this all gives off as follows. It seems the account was preset by Microsoft, a PR account, to show the gamers that she plays games or understands them. But then when asked what some of her top games are after she, on her Twitter page, asked the community, top 3 greatest games ever, why, go, when somebody returned that question to her, she said that for me, it's Halo, Valheim, and GoldenEye. All solid options, but people question whether her gaming history really go that far back that she can list those games and those be like legitimate options, or if, again, she's just putting on a performance. And then another accusation and allegation that's being levied against her is the possibility that her Twitter account might actually be managed by an AI bot. On top of the fact that she has not been shy about expressing that she does believe in AI as a technology, there's the fact that some of her tweets just give off an AI vibe. So, for example, when somebody highlighted their top 3 games of all time, Asha Sharma responded with, "Great list. I did my top 3 in another reply. Halo, Valheim, 007. It's been a long time since I played Chrono Trigger. Have you done every ending? Thanks for all the detail. I appreciate it a ton." It's the thing of people can't tell if Asha Sharma is such a hardcore gamer that she's able to talk about Chrono Trigger endings and ask about him as if she legitimately has a gaming background, or if this is just something that she researched through AI and then presented it as if she herself knows about this information on a deep and intimate level just to present this notion that she is, quote unquote, one of us, a true gamer. And also, some people get the sense that the way this whole post is structured with the greeting and the way it ends, it all evokes a lot of how AI communicates. And these accusations have become widespread enough that it's something that's made headlines across various news outlets, with articles with headlines such as new Xbox CEO seemingly using AI for social media responses after promising no soulless AI slop. Here's WCCF Tech saying new Xbox CEO gets targeted for supposedly using an AI bot on X and creating her gamertag last month. Now, as these accusations began to spread, Asha Sharma has begun to actually respond to those allegations directly. So, for example, when one person insisted, "I don't believe you, in fact, I think your account is an AI," Asha Sharma cheekily responded with just beep boop beep boop. But then in a more serious post, when Ryan McCaffrey from IGN said, "Do I believe that AI is writing Asha Sharma's posts? No. Do I believe that an experienced gamer on the Xbox team may be helping her sound more like a real gamer with her social media replies? Yes. Do I think it's a bad idea for her to try and fake this? Yes." So to that, Asha Sharma actually did provide the following response, addressing both the allegations that she is using AI to handle her social media posts and that she is presenting this image of gamer through an account whose activities are suspect, and almost makes it seem like the account was solely created to present this image of "I too am a gamer." To that, Asha had this to say: "I agree, faking would be a terrible idea and wouldn't work. I also didn't expect my gamertag to blow up, and the reality is more boring. I created it recently to learn and understand this world. I've played with my family, and it's a shared home account across devices, which you can see in the range of games/achievements. Fix that this weekend, and everyone is only playing on their own GTs or gamer tags." So Asha says that the reason so much activity happened on one account that was only created a month ago is because the account was shared across her entire family, as well as her own gameplay activities. Asha Sharma then continues, "But I get where this is coming from. I don't pretend to be the best gamer, and even though I'm playing, that's still not my goal. My focus is to make Xbox the best place to play, return to our roots, ship great things, and become stronger for the future. And yes, I'm writing my own posts," basically in direct response to claims that AI might be writing her posts. Now look, I'm willing to give Asha Sharma the benefit of the doubt when it comes to how she runs the Xbox business. I'll say again, I'm not confident in her ability to bring about the comeback of Xbox. I think she was hired for a very specific purpose. The fact that she has a background in AI, I don't think is any coincidence, but I do want to wait and see what she does before I fully judge. With all that said, what is important to me is that there is an honest level of communication. But when we look at how Asha Sharma has been communicating, I do feel like there are some inconsistencies that make me question whether Asha Sharma's words can be trusted, or if all of this, again, is just for show, to just create a certain narrative and to try to reshape the PR and the optics surrounding her more positively without truly meaning what she says. And here's why I bring that up. By her own admission, Asha Sharma seems to be pretty new to gaming. She doesn't have this huge history of being a gamer. She straight up admits that she has a lot to learn and says, "I don't pretend to be the best gamer, and even though I'm playing, that's still not my goal." And yet she's responding to people as if she has this extensive history with gaming, talk about how her favorite games are Halo, she doesn't say which one for some reason, Valheim, and GoldenEye. And okay, one could argue that maybe in her younger days she did play some Halo, maybe she did play some GoldenEye, but then you look at this response where she doesn't say GoldenEye, she says 007, and that could be any game in the series. GoldenEye is a very specific 007 game. Once again, the fact that she does not list a specific Halo game and just says Halo is a little suspect. But then this portion about, "It's been a long time since I played Chrono Trigger. Have you done every ending?" This feels like someone trying to pretend like they have a huge gaming background. Someone pretending to have dived super deep into a classic like Chrono Trigger, which gamers will recognize. To me, it's already concerning that Asha Sharma doesn't have a background in gaming or running a gaming business. But at the same time, being a gamer isn't an absolute requirement to be good at the business of running gaming companies. I do think it helps to be a gamer or to have experience as a game developer or to have run a gaming business before, as that'll just give you a lot of context and information and allow you to empathize and just have a clear direction and understanding of what this medium is. But I don't think it's necessarily the be-all, end-all of whether she can be a good boss for Xbox. I just don't think it's ideal that she doesn't have a gaming background. I think what's worse than her not having a gaming background is her trying to pretend like she is a hardcore gamer. To me, it's the pretense, the dishonesty, the smoke and mirrors that gives me more pause and concern about Asha Sharma than the fact that she doesn't have a huge background in gaming. I'd rather Asha Sharma just drop the pretense and fully admit that, yes, I lack a background in gaming, but I am doing my research and I'm learning a lot, than trying to come out with these kinds of statements where she's trying to build this image that is a facade. I don't know, maybe there is a small chance that she's genuinely played Chrono Trigger and gotten a bunch of endings. Maybe she did that back in the day. But just there's something about the way she talks that doesn't evoke someone who has genuinely played these games and has that deep attachment to them. And even if she is writing her own posts, even if she is clicking publish herself, in terms of where she gets this information, how she constructs responses like these, I would not be shocked if some AI was involved in the construction of this statement. Or at the very least, she consulted people to be able to help shape her responses so that it feels like she's somewhat competent in the realm of gaming or somewhat like, deep in knowledge in this field. And the thing is, this is not the first time we're hearing about Microsoft and Xbox using smoke and mirrors to try to shape the image of an executive as if they were a gamer to make them more likable and more presentable. In this article from The Verge outlining why Sarah Bond did not succeed Phil Spencer, her campaign of this is an Xbox, I try to make every device an Xbox. Bond was the one who kind of spearheaded that marketing campaign, which proved to be disastrous. That was a big part of why she was passed over for Asha Sharma. On top of the fact that no doubt Satya Nadella does like the prospect of having someone with a background in AI as the head of one of his major divisions. But yeah, this paragraph of the article highlights what I'm talking about when it comes to Microsoft and Xbox having a history of managing the image of an executive to be more presentable, to be more in line with the community. It reads right here, I wrote in December of 2024 that Bond had staked her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere across multiple platforms and devices. This also involved carefully managing her image both internally and externally, making her appear to be a gamer like Phil Spencer when in reality, she wasn't. I feel like the same thing is happening with Asha Sharma. What Xbox doesn't have right now is trust. They have said so many things in the past that didn't ultimately pan out. They've broken so many past promises made by executives such as Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer. And now Asha Sharma is coming in, trying to be like, I'm all about the Xbox community and bringing Xbox back and doing right by gamers and all these things, trying to win goodwill and trust. But already her communications come across as just really fake and manufactured, in my opinion. I'm getting mixed messages where in some social media replies, she'll try to present herself as someone who's played a lot of classic games and has deep knowledge of games across the entire spectrum of video games, talking about Chrono Trigger endings. And then she'll come out in a separate reply or during an interview and talk about how she acknowledges that she lacks gaming experience, that she's not a hardcore gamer, and that the medium of gaming is relatively new to her. And all the while, her responses do evoke a sense of uncanny valley where there are inconsistencies like Halo, Valheim, and 007 listed here as her top 3 games, when in another post she says Halo, Valheim, and GoldenEye, and it doesn't make sense to call it 007, and she doesn't list a specific Halo game. Like, it's just these little things that, as someone who has seen a lot of communication from people who genuinely game, there's something a little strange about this. Again, it feels very manufactured. And for that to be the immediate feeling I get from Asha Sharma, there's just something in my gut telling me that I can't quite trust what she says, the image that she's trying to present. My trust in Xbox executives' word was already at an all-time low because of all of the recent broken promises, because of all of the shifts that happened recently that did not align with what executives have said in the past. And now Asha Sharma comes in. She doesn't have much of a background in gaming, which is already like a little questionable, not the be-all, end-all, but something that is not necessarily ideal either. She has a background in AI and is a huge proponent for AI. And Microsoft isn't necessarily known for pushing great uses of AI or implementations of AI that are met with positivity by the public. And then to have her give off the sense that all of her social media posts are very calculated to a point where it feels like they're just trying to manufacture her image. All these components come together to create a scenario where Microsoft and Xbox are not giving me a whole lot of confidence or winning back a whole lot of trust by having someone like Asha Sharma run the company and then communicate the way she has been so far. Now, who knows? Maybe she has really good business sense and miraculously she'll be able to take Xbox and allow it to make a huge comeback. Maybe she is genuinely dedicated to listening to people. Maybe she will have major shifts in strategy that will aim to bring Xbox as a brand back in full force. Those are still not outside the realm of possibility. All I'm saying is that I'm not holding my breath for Asha Sharma being the most trustworthy individual, at least when it comes to the business of running Xbox and the image surrounding the brand and how curated that aspect is. Everything about Asha Sharma's appointment feels like a calculation from high above, from Microsoft and Satya Nadella, who have very specific intentions with the future, especially when it comes to AI implementation. And Asha Sharma feels like she's just kind of saying what she needs to say. But with all that said, I once again say, I hope Asha Sharma proves all of my doubts wrong. I want nothing more than for Xbox to come back in a big way and for Asha Sharma to be a surprising solution to that. But I'm just not getting that vibe right now. But I suppose only time will tell what the future holds for Xbox under Asha Sharma's leadership. In the meantime, though, I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on Asha Sharma in the comments below. Do you think she will make a genuine attempt to bring back Xbox? Do you think she's being sincere with how she's communicating? Share your thoughts below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.